guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm having a fabulous day. Wow, y'all, what do y'all think about this weather? I mean, in my area last week, oh my God, it was crazy. Just like just I ain't gonna really say snowed in, but you was stuck in because of the snow that we got. Some areas got more than others. The area that I'm in probably got about an inch to inch and a half. But then, as people do decide to get back out there and drive, it turns into slush, and then it turns into ice. And that was the big thing. That was the really big thing in the area, was the ice and the temperatures. I mean, guys, it was down to like 8 degrees, feeling like it was like 5 below outside, and the wind chill was like crazy. I didn't even go outside. I just opened up my garage, and just as cold as the air was out there, I knew it was just too cold to be out and about. So, and then, when the weather get bad, people just lose their mind, because I did go out like that Saturday before all this started hitting, and couldn't find hardly any milk, which I was gonna make some soup with some cornbread. I did. I made me a big pot of soup to carry us through the first few days, and cornbread. And I usually just buy the little pint size milk, because I don't drink milk, and no one in the house, Dad, we don't drink milk, so it's a waste. Couldn't find milk, nothing. I mean, even with the half a gallons, they only had the most expensive brand. I wanted like the public brand. So I had to end up paying like $4 for half a gallon of milk. That's probably gonna end up just being pulled out. But people just be out and about. I refuse to go to Walmart, because I already know I done worked there too many years. Anytime the weather get bad, or they talking about a tornado, snow, ice, anything, people just lose their mind. They go shopping like they gonna be locked down for months and months, like they have nothing in their house. And I just find that so crazy, because you can't not have nothing in your house. You gotta have some type of perished food, as far as your canned goods and maybe some frozen stuff or something in your freezer. But these folks be out like crazy. Milk, bread, and eggs. It is crazy, because the milk and the eggs, if your lights go off and you're don't have electricity for a few days or something, your milk and your eggs may be okay, but your milk is gonna go bad. But yeah, man, this weather has been crazy. In the teens, I like to get my blanket and just bundle up when this kind of weather is going on, and just stay off the road. And I'm so glad that Dad is not working. He's able to just stay in and sleep in, and he's not out there. But I guess things has changed over the years, because hell, we didn't even get no mail like those first 3 days of the week. That Monday was Martin Luther King birthday, so the post office was closed, so that worked out. And it worked out for a lot of people, for us, the schools and people that had to work, because they was already off and they was at home. So a lot of people got to stay in that Monday, because that's when the weather really started hitting. And then that Tuesday, of course, it was even worse. So the kids basically was out the whole week. The weather was bad all the way up to Friday. So they had they was just out. So I think they ended up doing like online learning or something like that. But the mail, I thought the mail was supposed to run rain, sleet, snow, whatever. It didn't do it this time, honey. And then maybe just our mail lady, a mail person, decided like that they just went out somewhere and parked and just sit for 8 hours or whatever. And I don't think they did that, because I think they do have trackers on them and stuff. But no, mail wasn't running. I didn't see no delivery trucks, no UPS, no FedEx. And usually in my area, there's FedEx and UPS. Somebody's getting a delivery every day. So I guess pretty much the city just kind of shut down. And that's how it is when you're in the South, because most people in the South, including myself, so don't be sending me no message talking about I can drive. Most people in the South cannot drive, in this type of weather. And it ain't even got to be a whole lot of snow, and what they don't get, that they don't understand that when that's, especially when the temperature is very low and there ain't no traffic been on that road, and the sun is not out enough to warm that up and turn it slushy, it's gonna freeze up. And they just be out here driving on these little backside roads and everything, like they out there on the freeway, which is no better, because those are the roads, the main roads they're trying to keep open and keep them going and all that. But it just was a mess. It was just a mess. I didn't see a whole lot of wrecks on the news throughout that time. I did see some, where people had got stuck or slid off the road a little bit. I know one 18-wheeler, and it wasn't exactly here where we're at, but surrounding areas, had slid some kind of way, and he was stuck there for like 6 or 7 hours. So it really wasn't that bad. Most people, did abide by the guidelines and stay in and not get out a whole lot. But it's no better. I mean, it's still cold. It's cold this week. So, but usually in my area, we get our winters, our deep, hard winters hit like right around mid-January to the end of February, maybe the first week of March. We get that hard hit cold winter weather. And I mean, it's been doing that ever since I've been here. I've been here for over 30 years. And that's usually when we get the best. I mean, we really have never really gotten hard hit winters in November and December. And usually in those months, it's still, in the 60s or something, kind of warm. So yeah, but hopefully you all made it through, the weather. Got a chance to watch some movies on TV, catch up on some things, some TV that you hadn't really caught up on or anything like that. I know one day, all day long, I just watch Life Below Zero. I love Life Below Zero. I love watching the people that choose to live that lifestyle. Alaskan, not all Alaskan, it's just a few selected families that chooses to live basically in the wilderness part of Alaska and off of the land, and very seldom come into the towns or anything, just basically living off the land and, surviving like that. But it's interesting to me, and I be looking at them because some of the families do have small children, and they had them children bottled up out there on the darn frozen river, making a hole in the river to fish, and had them kids out there on those snowmobiles flying through the snow, they're hunting and all that. And I be like, Lord Jesus, I'm a full grown adult. I don't think I can do that. Because, they be showing the temperature. It'd be like 20-something below zero, 30-something below zero. And the highs it may get some days is like 10 degrees. And it's just like blizzard snow. But, that's the lifestyle that they choose. So I spent a whole day watching that, catching up on that and everything. And then, with all the stuff that was going on with Cat Williams, they actually had the King of Comedies on. And I spent, most of one day watching that in Friday. They had all the series of Friday on, and then they had the King of Comedies. So I was watching that, and I was laughing, and I was thinking back on what Cat had said about some of the jokes that Cedric had allegedly stole from him when Cedric was doing his part of the show. I was like, okay, but hell, it still was funny. It was still funny. So I did. That's what I did. That's all I did. But I will agree with Cat Williams on Bernie Mac. I do think Bernie Mac was the king of the King of Comedies. I just like Bernie Mac. I think he was an amazing comedian, and I'm not taking anything away from Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, or Cedric. But if I had to put them in line, in order, it would definitely be Bernie Mac, D.L. Hughley, Cedric, and then Steve Harvey. I mean, Steve is funny and everything, but I don't know. That's how my order would go. I think DL is a great comedian. Cedric, I definitely have laughed at many of his jokes, and the same thing with Steve Harvey. But I was just thinking about all that when I was, snowed in, sitting back, watching TV, and I watched a lot. That whole week I was off a lot. Usually I turn the TV off and give it a break, but I didn't get a TV a break. Like I said, when I found Friday, it was like Friday after next, Friday after, all the way up to the whole series of Fridays. I watched all those of Ice Cube, and then I'm sitting there and like look up there on the guide that said King of Comedy. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I gotta watch King of Comedy, so I watched that and everything. So that was cool. And then, like I said, then from there, Life Below Zero, The Alaskans, of course the Golden Girls. They have they little couple of hours that they run and they're on. So basically, just old stuff. I didn't get into anything on none of the pay review channels or anything like that. So that's what I did. Ate soup for the first 3 or 4 days. After that, I made a pot of chili. This is that time of year you want something that's warm, that's going to keep you warm, but not too heavy, or not want to cook a big meal, but just something that's going to just keep you warm. So that's what I did. That's what I did to survive our little shut-in and staying in. And Dad and I didn't have any reason to go out the house for anything, because we're not big eaters, or we don't just have to go out. And thank God we didn't have any appointments, which we would have canceled them anyway. We didn't have any appointments. We didn't have anything to do. We just chilled, and I guess that was just much needed time, because it was definitely much needed time for me, because I just kind of, I did some writing. I did, some writing and everything. Even if I'm not writing on my project that I'm working on, I always like to write down different ideas that be popping up in my head. So I did some of that, just writing down some ideas and some different things that's getting ready to come up. So I just did that. So it was a good week. It was a good week. Okay. Hope you guys had a great week. Y'all just be careful when you're out there. If the weather is not what it, is warm as we want it to be, just make sure if you're out, you bundle up, you stay safe, you don't do anything to put yourself or anyone else in danger, and just enjoy. If you're in a situation where you have to stay in, or the weather or whatever may cause you to have to, be in the house for a few days, just enjoy it. Just use that time for self-care. Use that time for medication, whether you're watching old movies, whether you're writing and you're reading, you just meditating, you just get quiet time, whatever it is, take that time for yourself. Take advantage of it, okay? All right, guys, I'm about to get up out of here. I know I just been all over the place, but hey, didn't have nothing special to talk about, so I just went from here to there, okay? All right, y'all, have a great day. Granna's going to check you out next time around.